Amazon.
I fucking love this movie.
Oh, we're starting right up. Yes,
Are
me
we
too.
starting? Wait a minute. What's the other movie called?
Thoroughbreds.
Thoroughbreds.
Oh, fucking A.
What a film! What a film!
Loved this
so
movie.
good. It was.
That was good.
All right, we're
Yeah,
done.
it was
Good
good.
night,
Man,
thumbs.
That's it. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
I missed this was the same year as the Nightingale. Like there's been a couple of movies from 2017 that got by me at the time, and it's like, God damn, that was really good.
Yeah, I remember the review for this, and it's like I kind of wanted to go out and see it, but I just never.
This was a really small picture. I had to drive down to San Rafael to see this one because I don't know, they didn't play it.
Didn't get a big release.
Scott, you put in the chat you thought this movie had a very Norwegian.
It feels very Scandinavian. It felt like Thelma a little bit.
Yeah,
I think the visual style,
colors, very
color.
low key.
The color grade,
the color grading, and it's kind of also the deliberate performances.
Yeah,
there's lots of air between lines in this.
I don't want to say this pejoratively, but there's a coolness or coldness to the
it's
Norwegian.
It's icy as fuck.
This has that.
This has that, and the guy's not Norwegian, is he? The guy directed it?
No, he's American.
Wrestling picture that I said this reminded me of that I also really liked at the time,
which is
Carell and Channing Tatum.
Oh yeah, that movie's great.
Which one?
Foxcatcher. Same color palette as
fucking Foxcatcher. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is a lot like Foxcatcher in some ways.
A lot like Foxcatcher to me.
Yeah.
It actually reminded me of Interiors by Woody Allen.
You're not off the mark because he was a Bergman fan. Remember?
Right.
Yeah. And that is his Bergman.
I will watch Anya Taylor-Joy in anything, but I forgot how much I liked the co-star because I remembered oh wait, that's the girl from Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Right.
She was also in. She's in that Bates Motel TV show that's really bad. But
right. We looked her up to see who she was because I didn't recognize her after the movie was over.
Both their performances are spectacular in this movie.
Really good. That's Olivia Cook.
Yeah, I think Anya Taylor-Joy's performance is considerably better.
I mean, take a character who is a sociopath who actually has no discernible emotional
hard carrying.
She nails it. It's amazing. And it's neat because how would a sociopath be friends with a not normal, but at least a fairly normal person? And it's how it's done.
I got two things. Jim, what did you just say? And then I want to hear what Ted has to say about that performance.
So of the two or three things that I disliked about this movie, I do not like the lack of affect that everybody has. It's just like watching the Herzog flick where he had everybody hypnotized. The Glass, I think it was called, where everybody is just sleepwalking through things.
But it's not as bad as Yorgos Lanthimos.
Sacred Deer.
Actually, it's that's why didn't you like First Man? Because if you like Yorgos, Jared.
Yeah, maybe if Yorgos would have directed First Man, I would have loved it. I don't know.
Okay then.
We're not going back there.
Ted, you liked Anya Taylor-Joy or whatever her name is. I'm sorry. You like her, but you didn't like the other one?
Yeah, I didn't buy her as a sociopath because that's not how sociopaths act.
Take it from me.
Sociopaths take other people's emotions and feed them back to them.
Yeah, I don't think the other girl is.
You don't walk through life as an affectless robot. You literally learn how to feed someone's emotions back to them.
Yeah,
so if you're excited, they're excited. If you're sad, they're sad. I think Anya
Taylor-Joy is the sociopath in this movie.
Much more.
And the other girl girl just has autism.
Right, she's autistic.
The other girl's autistic.
And the way that she goes about talking about how she killed the horse and all of that stuff is very much an autistic way of dealing with the world. I found the most efficient way to do it. It didn't work. I found the second most efficient way to do it. It didn't work. I found the third most efficient way to do it, and it finally worked.
Yep.
That's not the way a psychopath deals with something, because a psychopath or a sociopath, and really it's the same thing, is somebody who doesn't know how to control their rage. And she has no rage. Everything she does is purely 100% by the book. She walks up behind him with that lamp and then just cracks it over his head.
Yep.
There's no anger there.
She's rational. She's making rational
choices. She's 100% making
You're on to
rational
something,
choices.
Tad. Who actually thought that the stepdad deserved what happened to him?
I don't. I mean, he sucked, but I don't think he deserved to die.
But did he deserve?
I don't think he deserved to die.
No.
Yeah. He was just an asshole. He's a garden variety asshole.
He's like a card-carrying blue blood.
He's an abusive. He's an abusive shitbag. Fuck.
No, he's a minor character in Wolves of Wall Street. He's one of these a-holes who works on Wall Street.
But he's definitely more of a psychopath. He's more of a psychopath than fucking.
Yeah, there's a Leopold Loeb thing going on.
No, he's mentally ill too. He's like that whole thing with the. Are you okay? I would have to explain over and over again. I'm okay, kind of thing, right? He's sicker than most people in this film.
But you know what I mean? Like
and if he's not sexually abusing her, it's only because he hasn't gotten around to it.
Right.
I just don't think that behavior deserves death.
No, I don't either.
That's the argument.
There's a little bit of Leopold and Loeb, I swear. Like that's another part of this thing.
Well, that's where I thought it was going. I was sort of sad that they didn't carry through with the sort of homoeroticism of it all.
Well, I mean, what was Lily's justification for killing her father? Why did she want him dead?
Because he was going to send her to that shitty school. He was going to ship her
for kids with mental problems.
I think her reasoning was probably just that vapid.
I don't think that.
This makes this a film about kids again. Film about youth.
Different level of kids.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's funny because the one who kills the horse,
extremely privileged,
being diagnosed as a borderline personality disorder until they figure out she's not, and she's not.
No,
but that's also I think we nailed it though, because I think that the girl who's autistic more likely than she goes to prison and she's like, I'm fine. This is quite fine. I have a routine.
Yeah, because autistic people love routines.
Yeah,
right?
It's not so bad. And it's Anya Taylor-Joy who is the complete sociopath when she runs into Anton Yelchin in the street at the end, and he's like, "I heard about your dad," and she's like, "We're pushing through."
We mentioned him. How great is he?
Yeah, he's really good, and I didn't realize it was him for a while.
The two shots that I just had, the one of them out on the lawn with the
chess pieces,
and then this. Are startling scenes.
It is startling. It's
like they're literally like, this is some of the coolest shit I've seen in terms of like shot composition in a long time.
Okay. I remember watching that scene behind Tad, and I was
like, the decision to stay on that shot, Tad.
And they do it all with the sound, so you hear his machine going, his machine's going, his machine's going.
Get your horn out,
and then it stops.
You know what this scene is, right? It's a mise en scène. It's a mise en scène. The thing is, its whole thing, camera's locked down, doing a slow zoom in. Everything happens on the edges and above and out, and you're just watching her on the thing, and this.
I'm not watching her. I'm watching Anya Taylor-Joy.
You're doing this, but you're making the movie in your head.
But you're mostly listening to her. You're making your own movie.
Yeah. It's very Haneke.
That's why that technique works so well. That's the thing.
We talked a lot about like, is there too much style versus substance or whatever. This movie there's a lot of style. There's a lot of the tone, the soundtrack, which we haven't even mentioned yet.
The soundtrack is bad.
It's distracting. It's a little distracting.
Soundtrack, but like if
the one with the dog yips or whatever.
If I think too much about the characters' motivations, like I'll start to go down maybe I didn't love this, but this movie for me was saved by the filmmaking.
Yeah,
like not just saved, like
I think this movie almost exclusively is the filmmaking, and then her performance and Anton Yelchin's performance. Yeah. Like I actually don't give a shit about her at all, and I don't give a shit about the mom or the other mom or the stepdad.
I love that that Anton Yelchin's character doesn't go through with it. That's so realistic.
Right. I know.
I mean? Like,
nice. No, but he takes the gun. He goes back, but he got his gun. He's just like, I'm out.
Which I have to give Sheila credit. She called. She's like that. He's going to go pick up his gun and leave. And he fucking did. She also in the prior movie, she called that it was a little brother that was doing everything.
Oh shit!
Spoiler alert. Yeah, in the beginning. Way back in the beginning.
Wow.
No, I liked.
Good. She's a better movie watcher than me.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have her on the fucking podcast.
We probably should.
I just thought that this. Like I said, at the aesthetic, tone, camera, light, and I did like the performances. If I think too much about, these are privileged kids basically being spoiled brats, don't appreciate a fucking thing about the life that they're inhabiting, and because my stepdad might have been a little bit of a dick to me this morning, I'm going to go and knife him. Like there's a some of that. If I think too much about it, it's not gonna hold up.
Right.
So I
have a question. Does the money in that family, was that the stepdad's money or the mom's money?
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell either.
It was the dad's money.
The original father.
Because he says you got into the school because your dad wrote a check.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not like the other girl is a pauper.
They're both incredibly wealthy. It's just Anya's a little more.
But also, there's a level of
1% and the 0.001%.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where I have to talk about something in my real life, and that is that I grew up in this place. I grew up literally in the town that is between this town and one of the other richest towns in America. Where's this supposed to be? This is in Connecticut. This is Greenwich, Connecticut.
Along that rail line. What's that called?
This is Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh, I've been there.
Metro North.
Metro North. It's along the Metro North line.
My dad lived in Darien for a couple of years.
Yeah. So I grew up around these people. I went to school with these people. And like, I can 100% believe that this would happen. And also, that's why I don't like the movie. Because it glorifies these people on a certain level. And I'm just like, no, fuck all of you forever. Because they're all actually like this. They're all one of these two people.
It's not at all judgmental to these people.
No, and it should be.
No, it's rooting for them to some extent.
To some extent, yeah.
I think the screenwriting is very good. There's the early scenes where Anya Taylor-Joy's character is being totally superficial and fake with her. And she just gets under her skin and gets her to like start acting real. I loved all that stuff.
Also, if she was so
and the hug was hilarious.
If she was so
hug was hilarious.
If she was so emotionless and cruel, why did she save her from drowning?
Well, I think that
because she cares about her.
Yeah, I think Amanda was actually seeking any kind of human contact. Maybe she has like autism,
because
or
she cares about her.
She actually got a lot out of their relationship. She was
actually, they grew up together. They're old friends who have reconnected.
That's why she took the fucking drink and the fucking hit for
Yeah.
Because she was wounded by the "is your life worth living" thing, and she's like, "No, it's not actually done." Anyway, go do what you need to do.
Right.
I'll take the hit.
And so she did.
Which is a great turn in the story, I think.
And also, it's a successfully put together film in that we've been talking about motivations and character for about 20 minutes. Instead of like exactly right. It actually penetrated really well. I mean, it's
and I think that
good filmmaking, man.
Well, you guys made me think about their psychology deeper and
this is a movie I don't like, but not because it's bad.
Okay.
Because you know these people.
No, because now these characters are even more complex to me because I've figured out, you go in thinking what's her name is the psycho, but it's really the other girl,
right.
And
Lily is the psycho.
Anyway, I didn't know I'd never heard of this movie before you picked it, and I'm really glad I saw it. I will watch this again someday for sure.
Same here.
This was my second viewing.
I think I will watch this again. Like I don't hate it.
Wow. Well, it was also like the thing about
it did not make me. It's sort of like John Lennon said about Abbey Road. I listened to it and I didn't want to vomit.
It's so tragic what happened to Anton Yelchin, obviously, in real life.
And him running himself over like that. That's
he just always
by his own SUV.
He always like this is no exception. He always just brightens up a movie. Like when he's on screen, it's magnetic. And he comes into this thing and you're just like, it's got this other life to it when he's there,
I had only seen him in the JJ Star Trek movies, and so I was looking for that guy. And so when he came on screen, I literally didn't recognize him, and it took me a while to figure it out.
I forgot it was him.
Yeah.
Well, he's like full on blue blood Hesher. Like he's
that's right.
Well, and I do think it's interesting too, where he's like, "You don't know where I grew up," and they're like, "You grew up in Westchester. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?" Like and again, he has that whole conversation with her about how he dropped out of boarding school, and it's like, "Oh, fuck you, man!
So you're so gangsta."
Yeah.
Although I do like that his whole thing is in 10 years I'm going to be in charge of all of this. In 10 years,
to have a house like this, we're gonna have a car
you've
like
always
that.
got one of those. You've always got one of those douchebags.
Sympathetic character.
Yeah.
Well, he was kind of moving up. He was a valet at a nice hotel. That's good.
Which is better than washing dishes
or dealing drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still dealing drugs to teenagers.
I'm sure he is. More of a hobby.
Yeah, that's not good stuff.
But there's a lot of actors that play the.
That's actually one of the best. This is one of the best, like, fucking like high school drug dealers I've ever seen in a movie.
That's what I was just gonna say.
This is exactly that guy.
A lot of actors play this role, but they don't do it as good as he just did.
No.
This.
Yeah.
Right.
I love the justification.
Him hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. It says you sell drugs to teenagers because you're not able to deal drugs to adults.
Right.
It's like what a burn, man. That's,
yeah.
there it is. All right. Well, are we at the thing?
Solid.
Double.
Solid movie for sure.
Great characters. Well put together.
Basically the same point it was for the other one. Just sort of here.
So you're kind of together. You're above the.
I'm not down.
We add Tad's two together, and it's like one.